Hey, I'm Travis Wynn. Today we're going to talk about what is happening in the real estate market and is it still a good time to sell? Today is June 8th, 2022, so let's hop right into it. Thanks for tuning in. Let's talk a little bit about what's happening in today's real estate market and is it still a good time to sell? As you know, prices have been booming in the past year or so, actually more than that, but I mean, typically in the past year. And LA County prices, really are no different. Just from the polls came out from April 2022, and the median sales price was at 801,000. March 2022, it was 781. So just in that month, or just in the year, it grew 10%. Month to month change was about 2.5%. Even with the raising interest rates, you'd think things would kind of trickle off and die off a little bit, but that's not what happened. That's what I thought was going to happen with the raising rates, but it's not. As you can see, I have a chart here, and you can see like the historical rates going all the way back to 1972 to 2021. And you'll see really the average interest rate. I mean, you see some major spikes, but the average interest rate is about 8%. Okay, so that's kind of normal, or you could say, in a healthy market. And we're not there yet. We're about 5.5% today, today being June 8th. So we're about 5.5%. So I think what's happened is there's still a lot of demand from the buyer side and limited inventory. And with interest rates going up, people are jumping into the market trying to beat the next rate hike. So I think you are seeing a lot of that. And we're still far from a balanced market. Generally, a balanced market is about 4 to 6 months worth of supply. We're only about 1.7 to 1.8 months. So we're still well short of what economists say is a balanced market. So as long as we're still seeing more demand from the buyer side than supply from the sellers, we're just going to continue to see that upward pressure on home prices. So to sum it all up, it is still a very good time to sell. I deal with a lot of probate sales and attorneys and heirs and administrators, and I do get those questions a lot. And in those cases, heirs inheritances are riding on sales prices. So to have a little comfort in that, yes, it is still a great time. You're still gonna get great money for the property. When will it hit that tipping point and start trickling down? It's gonna depend on where the interest rates go and if the supply increases. If the interest rates continue to go up, which they probably will, as they're saying, everywhere. That's one thing. But if also the supply, if sellers start jumping into the market to sell, if that starts rising as well, then there's going to be more competition, and that's when you're going to start to see a turn going from more of a seller's market, which we're in now and have been in for the past few years, to more of a buyer's market. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a message. And if you do need help selling a property in probate, I'd love to help you out with that, at least have a conversation and see if we're a right fit. I have a lot of experience with it. As I mentioned before, I work with a lot of attorneys, heirs, and administrators, and helping them through that process while getting them and the heirs the most money for the property, which in turn just increases your inheritance. So I'd love to have a conversation with you. All my information is here. Or even if you just have questions about the process, I'd be certainly happy just to answer any questions you have with absolutely zero obligation. Until then, have a great day and hope to hear from you soon. Bye-bye.